Well, all that tough talk from Premier Christy Clark on the Enbridge Pipeline has done nothing to improve her government's popularity. The latest poll from Angus Reid shows support for the Liberals continues to drop as the NDP continues to climb. CTV's legislature reporter Stephen Andrew has the numbers, and they weren't the only ones that the Premier didn't want to talk about today.
A Premier with plummeting popularity, in a battle with Alberta over billions in pipeline royalties, and with nearly $500,000 in expenses last year, knows she is going to be asked a lot of questions.
Okay, we're going to make it short and sweet.
First, how the Premier racked up more than $475,000 in expenses. The answer, hosting other premiers.
Being a federation, every province is going to have a bill similar to this every 10 years, and this was our year. Anything else?
Then there's Clark's position to not support the Enbridge Pipeline unless BC receives more money.
Do you have a figure in mind?
No, not at the moment.
And there are questions about the latest polling numbers. If the Premier thought her tough stance would improve her party's standing, it didn't happen. The NDP is now at 49% support as the Liberals continue to plummet.
The poll that is actually going to matter is the one about a year from now when we get to Election Day. And that's the one that will determine who is in government.
True, but pollster Angus Reid says the numbers are trending in favour of the NDP.
And all the NDP needs to do is to sustain a little bit of momentum, get a little bit further from the 45% mark. Now they're closer to 50%, and they would form a massive majority government.
The Premier didn't want to answer questions about that or any other issue. Whisked out a side door, she took off.
Why is she hiding? Why isn't she talking to us about these? We have more questions to ask.
She went in this door. There's no reason why she can't come out this door.
I appreciate that. I understand it. Sorry, guys.
Apologies, but leaving reporters with no more answers than when they arrived.
Stephen Andrew joins us now live with more. Stephen, let's talk a little more about the poll itself. It shows support for the NDP on Vancouver Island at 55%. Does that mean that there's no such thing as a safe Liberal seat in the island anymore?
Well, I mean, certainly tight races last time for Ida Chong and Murray Cole in Greater Victoria. I mean, Cole's not running again in this next election, but it's expected that seat will turn to the NDP because it was so close last time. Now, Ron Cantillon up in Parksville, Colicon Hudson could survive, but that NDP vote continues to climb on Vancouver Island.
Now, on Enbridge, the Premier is trying to get some traction on that. She says she's going to wait for the federal environmental review before taking a stance on it. What does she mean by that?
Well, I mean, she said she's not going to make a firm decision until all the review panel has made their decision. Now, the federal government has set a December 31st deadline in 2013 for that environmental assessment panel report to be submitted on the Northern Gateway project. So I guess then, Hudson, by the end of next year, we'll know what the Premier, whoever that may be, has to say about this.
All right, Stephen Andrew reporting. Stephen, thank you.
You're welcome.